Yeah, welcome to Cooking with Chef Javi. Today we're gonna be making some mashed potatoes with a New York strip. Should be quick and easy. You don't need much ingredients. I just run with some rosemary. I don't have any thyme, so can't use that. Some seasonings. You're gonna see the seasonings as I go. So let's get to it. So seasoning the steak. This is how I season mine. I just add a little bit of oil on both sides. Just rub it in. Just get oil on all 4 sides, 5 sides, whatever amount of sides are on there. And then I just add some salt. I add a lot because most of it just gets stuck to the pan anyway, so or add however much salt you like, to be honest. If you want salt, add salt. You could always add salt after if it, Then a little bit of garlic powder, nothing crazy. Just a little extra flavor. And then do a little bit of black pepper. Get some on the edge. I like a lot of black pepper, but and then this is my secret sauce right here. It's not sauce, it's seasoning, but oregano, however you say it. I like it because it gives it a really nice sear, and I like the taste of it and the smell of it. So I just put it up. But if you put too much, it might burn, so don't put too much, Then the steak, nice. It's been resting for a good 25 minutes now. I'm gonna just let it sit while I go check on the potatoes. Yeah, also, while you're chopping, you could just throw on the water to boil, so that way you already, the water's boiling while you're chopping. I mean, for me, the chopping takes about, 2 minutes. So, the water's already getting a little hot while you're chopping the potatoes up. Just get a move on things. It's nice to have a very sharp knife, too, because you might cut your finger with it, but it helps cut through things easier. I feel like the duller the knife, the higher the chance of cutting through your finger, because it might slip or something. So, I don't know. It's nice to have a good knife set. I don't know what set this is, but it's nice. It says, I don't know what that is, but if y'all know what that is, now you know. As you can see, I already got some in there, the first potato. And you just put the rest in there. You might need some more water, it's fine, just add some more. And don't drop anything on the burner, because you might mess up your stove. But yeah, it's good on water. You could add a little bit of oil or whatever you want, but some salt. I usually put a little bit of salt, so I have a little, a little something. But that's all. Just let that boil. Yeah, but just get your herbs ready. While you're cooking, get stuff done faster. Just get stuff out the way. So just some rosemary, some scallions, and some garlic. I'm gonna use not a whole onion, but more so like just the top of an onion to put on the steak, because it looks nice. So, it looks nice when it's in the pot. Just a few slices of onions. Nothing crazy, because it's just one piece of steak. Yeah, and that's it. And just a life hack. When you actually slice things and cut them, you could peel them a lot easier than sitting here to struggle to peel the entire, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Instead of sitting here struggling to peel the onions or struggling to peel the garlic, if you smash them and peel them after, makes your life easier. But yeah, this really all I'm using. Just, 2 little pieces of onions, 2 garlic cloves. This is really for the mashed potatoes, just to chop really fine, mince it up, and put on top so it looks nice. Might put a little bit on the steak. This is just to give the steak some flavor. Thyme goes really well with it, but the supermarket had no thyme, so gotta work what you got. Yeah, I don't know how long it's been, but I feel like the potatoes are almost done. Smaller chunks are pretty much done, but yeah. So also, when you cook, don't leave the handle like this, because then you bump it and you might spill everything. So try to keep it to the side when you cook, out the way. Just a little, and just in case. Okay, so the mashed potatoes, I ended up just finishing them. So for the mashed potatoes, I use butter. I have this garlic herb butter. I'm gonna put a little bit of this, and then I'll put some regular I can't believe it's not butter, just because I like the flavor of that one. So some butter. Then I use a little bit of heavy cream. So just pour a little bit of that in there. And then get you one of these smashers and, you know, move the butter around a little bit and get to smashing some potatoes. So I'm gonna add a little bit more heavy cream just so it could get a bit more creamy as I try. So a little bit more heavy cream. And then, you know, add a little bit of garlic, just a little bit. And then I told you I'm kind of addicted to the oregano, so I'll put a little sprinkle of oregano. I really like the taste of oregano, and it just looks nice in the dish. And then a little pepper, not too much pepper. And then yeah, and this all for the mashed potatoes. You just gotta mash it, whisk it a little bit. That's what it looked like up close. Not too creamy, but I like this consistency, you know, not too chunky, but yeah. Time for the steak. So when I make my steak, I like to use a skillet because I just like it. It's like the best thing to cook on. So I just heat the pan up, you know, almost high, not too high, 7. I don't know what that is. That's not medium, but a little bit of a medium. Just heat the pan up, then I'm gonna add some oil to it, you know, and then I would just lay the steak down on it. So I couldn't help myself, so I tried the mashed potato, and it needed a little bit of salt. I forgot to add salt, but so I added the salt and then a little bit more heavy whipping cream. But it's really good. You taste the garlic, you taste the herbs from the butter. It's really buttery. Pan should be hot by now. How I test if the pan is hot? I learned this from the GOAT, Gordon Ramsay himself. You hear that? Your pan hot. Now you could add a little bit of oil to it. Not too much oil because I ain't trying to burn the house down. That's a good amount for me. Grab your steak. Just lay it down. Facing away. And what I do is I press down on it a little bit just to make sure it's nice and flat to get that good even sear. I'm talking like I'm a chef. For a good even sear, but yeah, that. And don't say, well, I'm touching the meat so much. I'm cooking for myself so I can touch it, you know. Sounds a little weird, but yeah. But you know, just let that go for a good. So it's been a couple minutes, so now I'm gonna flip it. Ooh, got a good sear, not as even as I wanted it. Right here isn't as nice and seared, but it's fine for me. We not on MasterChef, so it's cool. Gordon not gonna curse us out. Yeah. So you could use a thong or tong, whatever it's called, to like, you know, do the sides, but I don't like doing a lot of dishes. I've been trying to clean up as I go, so just use what I got. Back down on this side. So I'm gonna add a little bit of butter. Nice little chunk. Let that butter melt, turn the stove down. Then you get all the herbs you had earlier. I usually add some thyme, but I don't have any thyme. There's a supermarket that I have any, so just gonna use some garlic. Make sure you smash the garlic before you put them in. Some garlic, some rosemary, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of onions in there just for the plating so it looks nice afterwards. But yeah, I have this little thing because the skillet get hot. And it smells really nice now. Stove is down low, steak look really nice. And I usually baste it for a couple minutes, but then I also like to let it sit in the oil so so all that flavor get absorbed. Because when you let the steak sit, it soaks up all the juice around it, you know. But I don't let it sit in the pan. I let it sit on the cutting board while it rests. But for now, I'm gonna leave it on here just so all that flavor should go on the side. I'm gonna leave this while I go clean the cutting board and, you know. Also, don't forget the onions, you know, just get those in. Just want them a little bit caramelized. Just to place on top of the steak when it's done and you plate it, it looks really nice. So, you know, put the onions in there, baste it a little bit. Also, what I do sometimes is with the leftover oil and butter, because it has so much seasoning in it, sometimes I pour it on the mashed potatoes and mix it in, and it tastes really well because it has all that flavor from the steak in there. So you could try that if you want. It looks real gourmet, real seasoned. You know, look like Chef Ramsay himself came through and made it. Like, beautiful. I don't want to spill the juice, so I'm trying to be careful. Real beautiful, real nice. Put this down before I spill it. So now this is like the final part, just dicing these, slicing them to sprinkle them over the top of the mash. This is like the equivalent of like parsley. Some people use parsley, but I like the scallions or white onions, whatever y'all call them. I call them scallions. Some people call them white onions, which kind of confused because it's not an onion. But it might be scientifically. English my second language, so what do I know? But yeah, this is what I use the sliced scallions for. Just sprinkle on top. You know, make it look nice and pretty. Charge somebody $1 million for it. But let's see what the steak look like when I cut into it. Plus, having the greens here make it look all healthy and nice, so, you know. Let's see the steak. But take a look at that right there. I'm dripping on the floor. But that's beautiful. That's amazing. You know? Let me bring it closer. Final product. Not too pink, just perfect. Like, that's a perfect steak to me. Mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes up close on top of the steak sauce. Steak, it's beautiful. Closer, try. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Not because I made it, but look how soft it is. No pressure on the knife. It's going. Oh my goodness. The fat on the back soaks up so much flavor. This is amazing. Try it. Tell me how y'all like it. Leave a comment what y'all want to see next. I'm gonna go finish this up. This is the aftermath. 10 out of 10. Destroyed. No bev. Just straight steak and mash. No bev. That's how good it was. Amazing. 10 out of 10. Y'all gotta try.